Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're just going to be talking about the current online drama that we're having that has basically gotten a bit out of control. It has caused people to start, issuing strikes to people's channels, and in my opinion, this is taking a turn for the worst. Now, this all started with Broken Gamers, and he decided that he was going to copyright strike Frit, and well, that has now spiraled into other people doing the same. You've got Generic Eric doing the same to everyone else, and well, a lot of people have been coming to my streams and coming to me on Discord and DMing me, asking me what my opinion of this was. So I thought I'd make a video and talk about it, and hopefully this will be the end of it, because honestly, I think this thing just needs to die off and just go away, because I think this is kind of like one of those things where you just don't do it, because if you have someone doing it, it opens the floodgates and then things get out of hand. And as we have recently seen with the Generic Eric, things did get out of hand, and now he's out for some kind of vengeance or vendetta or something, whatever. But this shouldn't have happened in the first place. And if this was their way of trying to get back at, because they made fun of them, everyone's doing it to everyone. It's in the circle. I had people mocking me just a couple weeks ago. Whatever. It will die out and people move on after a few days, and they did, right? It's just part of the game. I don't personally dabble in a lot of this stuff. I tend to kind of have more level-headed discussions, but do you know what? It is a thing. It does happen, and it is now a problem because the floodgates have been opened. And obviously, Broken Gamers has actually pulled back the copyright strike, which was on Fritz's channel, but it doesn't matter. As the saying goes, Pandora's box is open. Now anyone will see that as inspiration or motivation to do the same if someone does it. And I think it's now put a really, really dark cloud over the community. Now some will say, hooray, we can finally get over all this stuff, all of these salt streams, whereas others will, it's their livelihood, and people enjoy the entertainment that they provide. They go there 1 day a week or 2 days a week. But now there are, even further allegations of things taking place, and it's not good, and things are getting worse. Now, my hope is over the next few weeks this will die down and everything will go back to normal, but it is really a shade on what's happened, and it's a damn shame. It should never have happened in the first place. It is something that I think didn't need to happen, and I don't know. I don't even know what motivated them to do it in the first place. Like, I'm not even going to get into Fritz personal character or whatever. I don't know the guy, even though apparently it's been insinuated that I'm best buddies with him. The guy doesn't even know I exist. Like, I don't generally watch his content. It's just not for me. But I know people that do, and that's fine. If that's for you, if that's the content you want to watch, go knock yourself out. I don't care. But now I'm being attacked because I thought, I stand for the principle of what's happened here, and that's the principle of fair use. Now, as a content creator myself, I am constantly getting claimed and whatnot over a 5-second clip or a 5-second music clip, or just using a meme will have my content claimed by someone else, which I have to dispute on almost every video that I use them, which is why I generally don't, because it's a damn headache. But that is just the way it is. The YouTube revenue is basically, the ad revenue is the main way I get any form of revenue from my channel, so it is what it is. So I have to work around that stuff. But it's fair use. Now, if you're turning around and opening this up, and obviously YouTube isn't going to care for any channel that's less than 500,000 subs, because the revenue that they're probably getting isn't even worth it, right? So it isn't worth them moving their finger. They'll just delete the channel after 3 strikes. But the first strike is bad enough as it is. You lose the right to stream, to monetize, and everything. So I don't think people quite comprehend how serious a strike is to someone who relies on YouTube for their content. Now, you may be turning around and saying, well, they shouldn't have done it in the first place. But other people in your community are doing it as well. People that you go and watch and people that you support are doing it as well. And you are not doing the same thing. There is no same energy. It's very hypocritical. So, I don't know. I just feel like it's dumb. I think it's stupid. And, we have this clip, this post that I'm going to read out because I think it's pretty bad. And this one, honestly, I think opens up quite serious legal problems for generic Eric. Now, I'm in certain words I'm going to skip because of the YouTube algorithm, but here it goes. Hi all. I was going to deactivate, but then I realized one of the something friends would snipe my name. So I'm gonna make a final post instead and tell you how it is. If this account gets suspended, I really don't care because I'll never be signing onto this account ever again. He's back already. As long as the name is used, suspended or not, that G person will never own this name. Now, from what I've heard, and this is just, from the information that's been given to me, he's actually referring to, oh no, it's Alex, which is, if it is true, this is really serious allegation, right? That's really, really serious. This place is effed. So is all social media. Welcome to X. Ever since it became monetized, everyone's doing everything for engagement, buddy. It is the way it is. You can call someone the N-word, which I personally despise. I absolutely hate it, right? Full hate it. I don't like that word. That's me personally. And nothing happens, which is true. X doesn't care. You can dox the ever-living crap out of someone and nothing happens. Again, X doesn't care. You can say hick, use a hermit gif, something of cringe, say it is what it is, and you can get suspended. I mean, I've personally had death threats, which I've reported to X, and X has responded to me saying that there is no violation of their terms of service. Death threats! But no, that's okay. Right? Anyway, but calling someone a Rakinishu is instant suspension. But getting a death threat for X is perfectly legal. You can do it and there's no problems. That's what they told me. I have learned one thing from all of this. People will defend a Jima, Hacha, Dia, and people who eats their own brothers crusted will... Man, there is a lot of crap here I'm not going to read. If you defend yourself, you're the bad guy. They'll screw their own parents for clout. They glamorize their... I mean, here he's referring to Karim. Karim has never glamorized his father's death. He often sees pictures that makes him remember his father and talks about it, but he's never glamorized it. So I think that's like way over the line. Like, this dude has gone off the rails, and they'll use their own illness for clout. Now, I've seen this happen as well, and well, what he's referring to here is Gene, and Gene has not used his illness for clout. Now, obviously, there is Boogie who lied about it, but Gene here has never lied about. He does have cancer, if I'm not mistaken, and he is still suffering from it. So there is no clout there. People will defend that despite them being adulterers and drunk drivers. So here's what I'm telling you, Fs. I'll be back sooner or later. When I do, I'll be in the shadows. Wait, so does this mean Ubisoft has taken him away as well when they decided to leave the whole Tokyo Game Show? I guess so. Rebranded, and all of this profiles lessons will be learned. I'll be more cerebral and will be more of a nightmare than what I was on here. So, see, like, this is just petty and sad. He screwed up. He openly admitted to doing copyright strikes, trying to get clout. He openly admitted trying to take people's channels down, trying to get people deactivated on X. I mean, this dude has done everything that he's saying to other people that they have now done to him. But the problem here is that he decided to do something which is actually against the law. Under, you can for defamation and for false reasoning, YouTube will step in as well. There's actually legal laws there that you sign when you sign that terms of service, where YouTube can take legal action against you as well. And I'm guessing someone sent him a legal summons regarding this, and he bricked it and decided that he was going to scrub himself off before he sued to high heaven. But this over here, if someone actually has his legal details, they can issue him a summons to attend court, and he is screwed. He will have to go and explain what he meant here. And don't forget, we live in a time now where you can be arrested for posting something on social media. This is pretty drastic. And all of this came out, right? All of this happened because of one person when he decided that he couldn't take it and decided that he was going to get back at Frit and decide to copyright strike him. If that did not happen, none of this here would have taken place. Just keep that in mind. You Fs wanted war, well, you're gonna get it. As for my crew, that's between me and them. According to people in this thread, he has no crew, and ultimately none of your business. I don't think anyone cares. You can stay away and just disappear into nothingness and never come back. Literally, X will be a better place for it. You tards didn't win. You bought time before you finished. Like, this is crazy. This is someone that is literally unhinged, mentally unstable, and I really hope that he goes and gets the help he needs. I really do, because this guy is severely off his rocker. No one talks like this. No one speaks like this. But all of this came about because of that one claim. And I think at this point, it's so bad that something like that has opened Pandora's box, and I really hope that we're not going to see it again. Because not only is it, an attack against fair use, right? That's my primary issue here. But now it's creating totally unhinged and mentally unstable people to go off their rockers that could potentially do some harm, either to themselves or to other people. And it's not worth it. Social media isn't worth it. It's just a platform. Take it as it is and move on. And if people you don't like, block them and move on. But to start a personal vendetta and going attacking people just isn't it. But this is the problem. People don't think about their actions. People don't think about the consequences. People don't think about what they are doing that could have implications down the road. All they say is, did you think I wouldn't do nothing about this? Did you think I wouldn't react? Saying sorry afterwards doesn't fix the problem. Because Generic Eric won't be the last person doing this. There are others. And the person that actually started all of this has already come out and said that he will continue doing it. You've seen Andy Pants now copyright, striking a channel because of an interview he did or something with two people on there with Ant-Man. They both claimed ownership over that interview and they were both allowed to use it. It's crazy, right? But now it's going to come out more and more people are taking inspiration onto this within this circle, and my fear is that it's going to spread wide. I really hope it ends here. I really hope this is the end of it and we don't hear anything from it anymore, because I do think that it's getting out of control, and hopefully it will just simmer away and just be something that kind of happened. Everyone kind of got crazy about it. Those defending it, those not defending it. Not really sure how you can defend something like this, falsely copyright striking a channel. But I've seen people, from the PlayStation side, fans actually supporting this. I'm not going to drop any names. If you've spoken to me offline, you know who they are. They're actively supporting this, and they say they're good, they deserve it. And I'm not talking about like small characters in the content creator side. I'm talking about prominent figures here, right? And to me, it's depressing because it's petty. If you have a big platform or you have a big social media presence, you should be trying to stop stuff like this from happening, because it's bad all round. It sets a bad precedent. And you don't know when it's going to come back and bite you in the ass when you do. So, in my opinion, this never should have happened. This is honestly a sad state of affairs of what's going on, and hopefully this will be the end of it. And I'm really hoping when Generic Eric, if he ever comes back, will have a much more sane mind, because that tweet can get him arrested. Right? It's that simple. It's not worth it. Not for social media. Not for a plastic box that doesn't know you exist. They don't know any of us exist. They don't care. All they care is, are you giving me money? You stop giving them money and they don't care. And they don't care about you. They care about that 16-digit number that's on your card. That's what they care about. You could go and jump if they care. They don't. They really don't care. So that's my thoughts on this. Hopefully it'll, simmer down and go away. But it is really disappointing. But in my opinion, the root cause of this is still the one responsible for everything that's transpiring. Because none of this would have happened without that first action. And hopefully they will have seen, the errors of their ways and maybe stop doing it. Because, fair use is fair use. Now, if they take your content and put it on and 100% use it, that's different, right? If they're not transformatively changing it, reacting to it or anything, and they're just stealing your content, that is different. But if they are reacting to it, that is transformative and within terms of service. And striking a channel is abusing fair use. It's abusing, fair use policy. And that is wrong. And that is what I stand for. And that is why I'm against everything happening. Because once you go down that rabbit hole and it becomes mainstream, there's no turning back, as we've seen with a lot of things. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. This hopefully should be the last time I talk about this, because I'm kind of done with the subject. And hopefully you guys are too. But if you have any thoughts or, comments that you want to get through, post them in the comment section below and I'll check them out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Remain legend.